Hello everyone, Blister here again, bringing you another video that I hope that you find rather interesting. And today's topic is essentially based on the feedback that I've been receiving from you guys, which then again, thank you for that. And I'm just going to repeat myself. If you like the content that you see, please like, share, and subscribe. But if you're not doing that at the absolute least, please leave me a comment because I always love reading your feedback. And like I said, this video is inspired by the feedback that you guys have been giving me on the past videos, where you want to see me play, that you want to see my decision making, and you want to know how do I approach certain situations, and why the let's say the live matches are still coming, but they're coming until the next weekend. What I've decided to do here is give you some replays so I can explain some thought process that comes from the way I do combos and such, but I'm just trying to explain why something is done in such a way, and more than anything, just give you like this sense of let's say situational awareness. Let's call it that, like situational awareness, where you have to recognize the situations where you are on and understand that perhaps there are like different ways you can approach the situation. And let's just get right into it. I'm trying for videos to not be as long because I know maybe people do not like me telling you everything about it. Maybe it's a little bit tedious, but like I just really like explaining you how I just do my stuff, right? Which I honestly think that is what the people really want to know about, right? So for this video, I've saved 4 replays, and in these replays I have fixed my hand in such a way that, let's say, most of the time I'm just not gonna have like optimal openers. I'm going to have let's say I'm going to perform the combo in ways that you are not accustomed to see. That is the main point, so you can understand the situational awareness that comes from playing the polymerization combo lines, because a lot of these hands are just simply not, there's no way to make combo out of those hands if you just play a regular version of heroes, because you will always be missing one polymerization mid combo. And I've been repeating myself to that. I know a lot of people, this is something that comes a lot whenever I am talking to other hero players, experienced hero players, that they just say like, no man, like polymerization is a brick. You shouldn't be playing more than one. If you open one, it could have been something else, something better, right? Something that could have helped you better, but like I just disagree. Like sometimes hard opening polymerization is like the only way you could save a really bad hand. So let's dive into it. For this particular scenario, I just decided to like make the hand, let's say, very normal summon reliant, because in this hand we haven't opened Hero Lips, we didn't open Fusion Destiny, we didn't open like Fairies, or like any, let's say, any kind of normal extender that you will be accustomed to draw into any hero deck, right? Also, I have decided that I didn't want to open let's say cross-out designator or like triple technic talents, to like, so you can understand that it how you can still perform a full combo whenever you get disrupted in the way that I'm going to show you. Because even like you would be seeing the hand, right, and say like it's not that bad of a thing, because I mean, if you're thinking on like, let's say on a regular hero build kind of mindset, you just have to normal summon Stratos, search for fairies. Maybe with the emergency code, you'll be searching for any hero, maybe like Shadow Mist to get some sort of value of the discard of fairies, and you go off of that. Like it's essentially combo, like the fairies plus a hero combo. And you have like the mass change because, I mean, sadly you didn't open any extender, but let's say it could be a good protection mechanism. If your opponent has like effect beta or infinite impermanence, you have a good chance of like Stratos resolving the effect, right? Hopefully. So let's start the play, and this time, let's say our opponent just decides to activate Ash Blossom and stop the play right then and there. And I know a lot of people would be saying like, but that may not seem optimal from an opponent point of view. But like, I mean, it's not that bad of a decision if you think about it, because you didn't open Hero Lips, so most likely than not that means that you didn't open it. And as much as it may seem like a meme and such, like heroes are consistent, but sometimes they hang by a thread where they really need to resolve some effect to keep going, right? To keep playing, which was the case, right? For this situation, we could have dodged Impermanent, we could have dodged Baylor, but we cannot dodge Ash Blossom on this particular scenario. So this is the part where a lot of people will be like, what do I do now? Like, how do I continue the combo? This is not possible. Like why do you play the emergency call? You just make your deck so normal summon reliant, and like the poly could have been something else that could have helped me like prevent the Ash Blossom or something. Like I don't know, like I don't know why you play this. I rigged, right? I rigged. So I just to let you guys know, you still have full combo out of this particular hand. And this is something that, like I said, this is not something that people have the situational awareness of that, right? They do not know that, just like I was commenting on a particular video that was like one of the combo showcases, that was the power of elemental heroes. We were talking that anytime you fuse two elemental heroes, the best result that you could get was like the favorite contact setup. But whenever one of those elemental heroes is elemental hero Shadow Mist, things change completely. Like fusing one elemental hero plus Shadow Mist, it's full combo. Like the only caveat, let's say the only caveat that comes from that setup is that because you have to use Shadow Mist very early into the combo, that means that you cannot end on Darkglow because there's no way to search the mass change. But in this particular case, we open it. So let's see where does that lead into, right? And that's it. Like, I don't know if you could call this like a bad board. In fact, I would say this is like one of the best boards that you can build. And if you notice, we didn't open like Fairies, or we didn't open like Fusion Destiny, we didn't open like the Hero Lives. Not gonna lie, obviously it would have been nice if we opened those, because more protection to disruption, more ways to like fight back through disruption. But the thing that I'm just trying to tell you is that do not sleep on the benefits of playing an additional polymerization, and this is not the only case that we're going to show. So just know that playing 2 polymerizations help you so much. Like, you could accomplish so many things that on regular hero builds they just can't dream of doing. Like I said, normal summon didn't go through, but we still managed to like go full combo. And also, like I said, like emergency call plus polymerization is already full combo out of itself, because like the emergency call searches for Stratos and Stratos searches something, you know, the polymerization combo lines. But in this particular case, it was good that we didn't activate emergency call right away. We just waited to see if like Stratos resolved its effect, and because he didn't, we got into an alternative way to do the full combo. So yeah, and like I said, just like how many, like just think about it, right? Like just think about on the regular let's say on the regular hero build, like what do you need to open for you to end on like Plasma, DP, Darkglow, and the favorite contact? Usually you will be thinking that you need like the Hero Lips plus Fairies, right? So you don't have to spend your normal summon until you get like the Liquid Soldier, and the Liquid Soldier special summons the Stratos, and so that way you have more bodies for like the tribute summon of Plasma, like tribute special summon of Plasma. But on this round, we managed to do that like pretty effortless, I would say. So yeah. So on the next one, we're gonna have another one of those, let's say, suboptimal openers, because this is a hand that you like, that is, you would say like it's common sometimes even on the regular version of heroes, like the regular build of heroes, where you open like Malicious, Poly, and like let's say Liquid Soldier, and something else that just doesn't give you something else to build the board. And a lot of people will be saying like, this is like kind of a brick hand, like what am I supposed to do with this? But if you know about my combo tutorials, you would know that this is full combo, and I'm not exaggerating. I've always been telling you that whenever you open Destiny Hero Malicious and you fuse it with an elemental hero that is neither dark nor light, you can perform a full combo. And like I said, it doesn't have to be like this particular opener, just as long as it's an elemental hero and it's like fire, water, earth, or like wind attributes. So that means that you could be doing this with like Stratos, you could be doing this with Blazeman, you could be doing this with Liquid Soldier. Hell, you could be doing this with Solid Soldier if you wanted to. Or like, I'm going to put it this way, you could be using like Burstinatrix, Avian, you could be using Bubbleman, Clayman, Wildheart, Blade Edge, whatever hero you want, as long as it's an elemental hero and it's like one of the 4 attributes mentioned before. This is full combo. And the only thing that you need for this to be full combo is that you need to play 2 polymerizations. So let's get right into it. Also, on this case, like a lot of people, if they have this kind of disruption like Ash, they will be waiting until you summon like the Vian or like the Increase or something to stop the place. But in this case, you are already hard open the polymerization. So in this case, like they are like starting to panicking because you already have the polymerization. Like, now what do they stop? Like, they don't, usually the only thing they know, because they don't know the deck itself, they just know like the most common feedback that people give them, that whenever they summon Lion, whenever they summon the Increase, stop that, right? But here is nowhere, there's nothing of that. What are they going to stop? So it's very likely that if they have disruption, they will want to disrupt the, let's say the Sunrise, because Sunrise is going to get the Miracle Fusion, and let's be honest, that is a good way to hit right here, because Miracle Fusion is an important part of the combo line. So If you have a way to stop that particular disruption, you should be stopping it. But it's not the end of the world if you do not get that piece of the combo, let's say. But on this scenario, we did open the crossout designator, so we're going to use it. And before we continue, something that I wanted to mention, because there was like the liquid soldier draw and discard and such. One important thing that you have to understand about this is that we haven't performed our normal summon yet. We haven't used our normal summon yet. And let me tell you, like right now it's like irrelevant if we normal summon here or not, because we already have full combo. You do not need to use your normal summon in this particular case. But let's say if somehow your opponent also had some additional disruption throughout the combo, you could use your normal summon to try and fix that kind of disruption. But if you don't have any kind of answer from your opponent by that point, I'm just going to show you what you could do to like just make the board stronger. In this case, I drew like Stratos plus E emergency call, and the thing that I discarded in this case was Elemental HERO Stratos, because I wanted to keep the E emergency call. It's a better option whenever you have to fix something, because if you really just needed the Stratos, well, you just search another copy. But maybe, I don't know, maybe they were expecting the increase or the buy-in and they tried to stop that, and maybe you just activate the emergency call to get Elemental HERO Blazeman and get the other polymerization that you may have otherwise been missing. And like I said, at this point it's already full combo. We're just going to summon the PP plus the wake up your Elemental HERO. And in this case, this is already the Dark Law setup. We haven't used Shadow Mist effect as of yet, so I'm going to spend my normal summon searching for like Stratos. Then Stratos is going to search for Plasma, and we have enough bodies to summon the Plasma and still have the Dark Law. So yeah, like, then again, same board. Plasma, Dark Law, DP, favorite contact. You did not open Fairies, you did not open Hero Lives, nor Fusion Destiny. You ended up on the same board, and the only thing that it took for you to end on this was playing 2 polymerizations. And like I said, I know a lot of people do not agree with the double poly take, but I'm going to die on this hill. Like, I'm not giving up this. Like, I'm never going to play any less than 2 polymerizations. I just feel like you're just playing a worse version of your deck for no particular reason. I don't think opening polymerization is a bad thing. I mean, doesn't mean that the card cannot be brick at times. Like, I understand, like, sometimes you may open like the polymerization and you're opening maybe just non-engine or more spells and the card is dead in your hand, right? But I mean, if that's your excuse, let's say, I'm just willing to run the risk. So that is the end of that combo. We're going to show another one, and this is going to be kind of a suboptimal opener. These kind of hands are just rather weak hands. There's just no other way to put it. They're rather weak hands. You're not going to survive more than 1 disruption, but the important part of this is that I'm pretty sure there are going to be like a lot of players, like new players, or maybe sometimes even like intermediate / experienced players that they're going to see this hand and feel like they think that this is a horrible break. Like there's no really much they can do to fix the hand. But like that is not quite the case. You actually can perform a full combo out of this hand. The only important part here is just hoping that your opponent doesn't have too much disruption, because like I said, this hand is not an optimal opener. But we're just going to see another application of the Polymerization combo lane right here and there. And like I said, Elemental HERO Blazeman is just a really good normal summon, because just getting the poly on summon is pretty strong. And right now I'm just going to show you that we're getting disrupted by the Ash Blossom, and I'm just going to stop it right now because we need that Polymerization. We need it. Like we need to resolve that effect to start to keep playing. So if you manage to resolve those effects and get the poly in hand, things start to change dramatically. And like I said, this is the poly combo line, but you would be saying, dude, but you said that you needed like Destiny Hero Malicious plus one Elemental Hero, and in this case you did not open Destiny Hero Malicious. And in some sort of way I kind of lied to you, because in reality you only need like one Destiny Hero plus one Elemental Hero of the mentioned attributes to perform this combo. But the caveat is that if you are not using Destiny Hero Malicious, you need to find a way to have an additional body on field so you can go into the Cross Crusader, which in this case we kept the Blazeman on the field and then we used the materials in hand. So we could compensate the fact that we did not open Destiny Hero Malicious, but from here on out is exactly the same result as the other combos. The only thing is that right now we don't have a way to like, let's say, overextend or like have enough like more combo parts to end on like Plasma DP and Dark Glow plus the favorite counter. In this case we're just going to do like, let's say, a regular combo where we're going to end up on Dark Glow, DP, and favorite contact. So yeah, like I said, this is only possible because you're playing two Polymerizations in your deck, and that, let's say, the hand wasn't like the most promising hand for a lot of people. They would have like scooped because they would have thought that that hand was unplayable. And here we have like a very respectable board, but like I said, not the most optimal of openers. You are not surviving more than one disruption, right? This is not sugar coated. This is not like trying to sell you something that it isn't. The important part of this is that you gotta understand that you cannot choose your hands. You really ever going to choose your hands, and sometimes you have to deal with these kind of situations. You have to find ways to make things happen. Like you have to make miracles out of like bricks, right? You have to build the miracle with those bricks, right? And just so you know, like, it's easier whenever you start playing like two Polymerizations, and you could also play cards like Elemental HERO Blazeman in your deck. So yeah, and the last one, let's say, is going to be kind of like a worst case scenario. This is not going to be an optimal opener at all. Like, in fact, this is going to be a really bad hand. Really bad hand. So let's start. Let's get into it. And honestly, I do not wish you to open like this. Like, not even myself can make a full combo out of this. This is a particularly bad hand. Doesn't mean that you cannot do something. Doesn't mean that you cannot end on something that could apply a good amount of pressure. It's just that, like I said, sometimes we cannot choose what we open, but we have to make things happen regardless. So in this particular case, we're going to be using the second effect of Blazeman, because usually this doesn't come up. This usually doesn't come up. We only use Blazeman for the polymerization search effect, but in this case we're going to use its second effect, which is a dump effect, akin to Bion, but this is a more nuanced dump effect, because in this case Blazeman is going to dump an elemental hero. You cannot dump any hero, it has to be an elemental hero, and if you do the dumping, you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except fusion monsters. And you will say, well, then that just means that I cannot summon the links and such, so we have to find a way to make the combo, right? And no, my boy, I really mean it when it says only fusion monsters. Like, not even fairies you can special summon. You have to do only fusion summons. And then you will be like, what? And you're like, and this card is garbage. How dare you play this card? Like, how is this good, man? Why are you playing this garbage card, right? And like I said, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's not like an optimal opener. I do not wish for you to open like this. But like I said, doesn't mean that we're not ending on something. So let's just play the replay. And like I said, on this particular scenario, we open like the cross of designator, so we can eat one disruption, but you are not going to be able to play through more than one disruption on this particular case. And we're going to dump the Shadow Mist so we can add the needles. And in this case, we're going to activate Mask Change to summon Darkglow, and you will be saying like, what the hell? But like, Blazeman is not a dark attribute monster, how are you doing this? Well, one of the things that happen whenever you dump a hero monster, an elemental hero monster with Blazeman, is that he acquires the attack, defense, and attribute of the monster that it sends. So because you are sending Shadow Mist, it's now a dark monster, and now you can summon Mask Hero Darkglow. Mind you, these changes only last until the end of the turn, so you have to do it on your turn. You cannot like set them the mass change and wait until your opponent's turn to do this play. And because now we have two elemental heroes with different attributes in the graveyard, you can activate the Miracle Fusion, summon the Infernal Rage, get the favorite contact, and now, like, even though the hand was particularly garbage, you ended up on Darkglow plus the favorite contact setup and the non-engine that we drew, which was the Impermanence. Not gonna sugarcoat it, like, perhaps you are not going to win this kind of duel, but the only advice that I would be giving to you on those kind of scenarios is like, never give up. Never give up. You never know if, like, because sometimes Darkglow is just so strong, like the let's say the macrocosmos aspect of its effect and the hand ripping effect too can be enough to like really hinder some strategies, and just having that extra non-target pop to protect the Darkglow from getting maybe destroyed in the battle phase or something may be enough for you to win. Like I said, I'm not telling you that you're going to win this game, but the thing is that you have to make things happen. Like, this is certainly better than straight up breaking. So yeah, I don't want to make the video longer than it should be. This is going to be the end of the video, and I hope that you guys liked it. Please tell me what you guys think about this format, about this kind of explanation. Maybe I went too much overboard, because now I'm seeing the timestamp. I didn't want this video to go this long. I just hope that people actually make it this far. Well, whatever. So just tell me what you think. Perhaps this is going to be an episodic release where I'm just doing more scenarios and explain you how to approach other situations. So this is going to be the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching, and this is Lester signing out.